Hello and welcome to Tiananmen Square. Something happened 70 years ago that would change China forever. Every year on October the 1st, it's celebrated as National Day, the day that New China was founded. I am just one of more than 100,000 people here today, and the atmosphere is electric. At the Grand Rally, President Xi Jinping delivered a speech and reviewed the armed forces. A military parade marked the first collective public appearance of China's armed forces after a massive reform in recent years. Most notably, it was the first time that the country's peacekeepers joined the military parade. The following creative procession included 70 floats that celebrated three important chapters: the founding and construction of the People's Republic, reform and opening up, and great rejuvenation. This is Xinhua Special. I'm Helen Bentley, and welcome to Beijing, the final stop in our 5,000-kilometre round trip as we discover the moments that matter to modern China. Over the past 4 episodes, I've travelled from the secret meeting sites in Shanghai and Jiaxing, where the CPC's dream set sail, to Jiangxi, where the Red Army's epic military manoeuvre began, on to the revolutionary base of Yan'an, where serving the people was first coined, before I visited Xibaipo, where the CPC embarked on its big exam. The CPC had been fighting for a country ripped apart by civil war, plundered by invaders, and left in poverty. Along the way, it built schools, hospitals, and rolled out basic rights. You could say that the party fought the struggle on 2 fronts. One brandishing weapons against its foes, the other with a hand stretched out to lift up its people, all leading up to that day in early autumn when the nation was reborn.
人民真和国，中央人民政府今天成立了。
On October the 1st, 1949, millions of people huddled around their radios, and an estimated 300,000 came to Tiananmen Square to witness the rebirth of their nation. Among them was former Xinhua reporter Chu Dui. At 98 years old, Chu Dui is the same age as the CPC. As one of the agency's foreign language reporters, it was her responsibility to broadcast this historic moment to the outside world, in her case, through the Russian service.
Сегодня создана Китайская Народная Республика. 开国大典的时候，那当然很兴奋，能够新中国成立，能够向世界报告，告诉他中国成立了中华人民共和国。 这个当然觉得自己很光荣。
Chu Dui is the daughter of Chu Qibai, a former party leader who was executed by the Kuomintang aged just 36. As a journalist, Chu has witnessed the vast changes of the nation that her father died for.
是中华人民共和国成立了70周年，70周年，很高兴。
Mao famously said that the Chinese people have stood up. This idea of lifting up the people has become an important call to action over the years, and the word arise appears 4 times in the national anthem. For Mao, it was about rejecting the practice of kowtowing in front of the emperor and invaders, while today Xi Jinping often borrows this phrase to describe the tremendous transformation of the whole nation as it stood up, grown rich, and become strong. The tremendous transformation has featured social and economic successes, which mean people now live longer and better. 700 million Chinese people have cast off poverty, representing more than 70% of global poverty reduction. Almost the whole population can read and write. The economy has experienced a blistering pace of expansion. As the world's second largest economy, China contributes a share to the global economy that dwarfs other major economies. It is the world's largest goods trader, and foreign direct investment in China has increased exponentially. The per capita disposable income of the population has surged by nearly 60 times.
70年来，全国各族人民同心同德，艰苦奋斗，取得了令世界刮目相看的伟大成就。今天，社会主义中国巍然屹立在世界东方，没有任何力量能够撼动我们伟大祖国的地位，没有任何力量能够阻挡中国人民和中华民族的前进步伐。
In just one generation, China has changed beyond recognition, its achievements far surpassing predictions about this once vulnerable country. How has that been possible?
China's development over the last 70 years, particularly the last 40 years, is perhaps the greatest transformation in human history. And the success is defined both nationally for the rejuvenation of the country and personally in terms of goals and the aspirations of the individual people. So it really behooves us for the entire world to understand what are the driving forces that enabled it to occur. Chinese people are dedicated and willing to work long and hard in order to improve their personal lives and also for the pride in the country, to build a country. Second point is through the leadership of the party, there has been an enforcement of political stability and an encouragement of economic freedom. Then the third principle is China has set long-term goals, midterm objectives, and short-term policies that are monitored and reported regularly. And the final principle I said is about one of the strengths of the party is a constant self-correction and a willingness to admit error. So those, I think, are the driving principles that have enabled socialism with Chinese characteristics to be so successful in its developmental strategy.
But that doesn't mean the story is over. Far from it, in fact. By 2021, when the CPC celebrates its centenary, China aims to be a moderately prosperous society in all respects. By 2049, when the People's Republic of China turns 100, the country aims to be a modern socialist country that's prosperous, strong, democratic, culturally advanced, harmonious and beautiful.
中国的昨天已经写在人类的史册上，中国的今天正在亿万人民手中创造，中国的明天必将更加美好。全党、全军、全国各族人民要更加紧密地团结起来，不忘初心，牢记使命，继续把我们的人民共和国巩固好、发展好，继续为实现2个100年奋斗目标，实现中华民族伟大复兴的中国梦而努力奋斗。
Over 2,000 years ago, the philosopher Lao Tzu said that a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. 98 years ago, the party took its first steps toward building a new nation by holding a meeting in secret. Today, it celebrates the great strides of the past 70 years with pomp and ceremony. But in a way, it's just another milestone as it proceeds toward a greater goal, one that can only be achieved one step at a time.